Hello and welcome back to Chivalrous Productions YouTube channel and another Chris Van Ingen motivational series for 2025. My series known as Live a Peak Life. In this week's episode of Live a Peak Life, I'm going to talk about love and chivalrousness. Because it's very important in a modern time to still have a code of conduct that men live by when it comes to their relationships. Now, when I did the episode last week about old school masculinity, some people might have thought I was talking about toxic masculinity, but I wasn't. I was talking about the hard work, the dedication and those sorts of things. And to go along with that, people might think that chivalry was an old-fashioned thing that only really existed in fairy tales. But to live a peak life, I believe it is important for us to still have chivalry, but chivalry with a twist. Because in modern times, obviously, men and women and people in relationships are equal. But that doesn't mean that there isn't room for respect. There isn't room for, opening doors for the person you love. There isn't room for writing the person you love poetry, for making sure that the person you love is protected physically, mentally, and emotionally. There isn't room for making sure that if you're walking along the road, that in the old-fashioned way, you are on the roadside so that if any mud splashes off, it splashes you and not the person you love. These sound like old-fashioned things, but there is no reason why we cannot be chivalrous in modern life. The only difference in modern life is you talk to the person you love. And if the person you love says, hey, don't open the door for me, I can do it myself, then you don't open the door for them. But if they like you opening the door for them, then you open the door for them. If they like you writing a poem for them, you write a poem for them. If they like you giving them flowers every so often to let them know that you're thinking of them, then you do that. That is the only difference between old-fashioned chivalry and modern chivalry, is the fact that you communicate with the person you love and you listen to what they have to say. My wife, for example, considers us, her and I, to be equal, and so therefore my version of chivalry slightly changes a bit, because she is willing to work just as hard as I am. But it doesn't mean that she doesn't like it when I am chivalrous. That means that I adapt my chivalry so that she still feels cherished. I still like to treat my wife as a queen. And every man should be willing to treat a woman as a queen, because no matter if it's your loved one or someone else's loved one, it is still someone's queen. So you should be willing to treat a woman like a queen if necessary. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of live a peak life. And remember to be chivalrous if you want to live that peak life. Like, share, and subscribe with someone you love on this Valentine's Day, and click in the description below if you want to hear more of the Live a Peak Life series. Thank you. Bye.